This shit crazy, man. I had another dream the other day, man. Niggas try to kill me again. You know what I mean? People try to take me away from my family, you know what I mean? Upstate hustle. Yeah. I had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Again. I had another dream the other day. People try to take me away. They try to take me away. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. People wanna slide my way. They try to slide my way. Had another dream again. Had another dream again. I had a dream again. I think about it every day. Had another dream again. I had a dream again. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. They try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. Niggas try to take me away. I used to hustle out the house, now I trap with the whip. Had to keep my gun tight, cause these niggas is bitch. The nigga mad cause I fucked this shorty. But the nigga kinda mad cause he owed me a short. I seen niggas, they was lurking in the back of the back. I seen them right in the back. It was crazy, I ain't had my strap. And I know they had them a strap. We had to go right after the show. I seen them niggas, they was following me quick. They was right on my shit. Niggas still thought dumping it quick. Niggas sent 5 shots. Ain't hit nothing. The niggas frontin'. Then I start dumping it back. Then I split. I ain't seen that nigga since. One day I'm on the block, I'm chillin', smoking my weed. These niggas ride past grillin'. Now I see the light stop. Seen the car pulled over. And now I see the passenger door open. Niggas linked over. I knew it was lit. Niggas try to leave me dead on my dick. I gotta go home and grab my shit. Now I'm riding, now I'm thinking all night about that night we made that hit. Damn. We took that money and we took that brick. Man, I think I got set up and shit. My man set me up. Story to crazy, right? There's a lot of shit y'all don't know about me, man. A lot of shit I keep on the low. I don't put on Facebook and none of that shit, you feel me? I'm really in these streets, man. Tone Gambino, the ski mask way. No face, no case. Let's go. I had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Again. I had another dream the other day. People try to take me away. They try to take me away. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. People wanna slide my way. They try to slide my way. Had another dream again. Had another dream again. I had a dream again. I think about it every day. Had another dream again. I had a dream again. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. They try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. Niggas try to take me away. They try to take me away.
We are back. Welcome to Let's Chat. Hey, see?
Hey, Lissha girl, I'm really liking that Upstate Hustle. That's the soundtrack from the newly released Upstate Hustle by the one and only
Tasha Going. Yes, congratulations, Tasha, on your release. Y'all make sure y'all go upload it. Paperback is coming soon, but it is on ebook. That's what we talk about, that book grind, thinking outside of the box. You know, authors don't really think about having soundtracks to their books. Right. But it's something that you can do, especially to cross promote for with artists in your city. You writing a book, they making music. Y'all can cross promote each other. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of business and being able to get together.
Right. So true. And that just kills 2 birds with 1 stone. And you introduce new authors, you introduce new music, and that's a win-win.
Always. We have our next fabulous guest coming to kick it with us in the chat room.
Awesome.
Blck Al Capone. Welcome. We can't hear you. You got your ears in?
While he gets himself situated, we've had a fabulous show. We just wait for Mr. Capone to get his ears adjusted.
Absolutely,
Can't wait to get him
absolutely.
up in here.
I know, like, to be a new artist, I'm not even gonna call him a new artist because he's one of the most influential underground gangster rappers on the West Coast, East Coast, and down south, as well as overseas. So I'm not even gonna call him a new artist because he's not just being on the underground level. Absolutely, worldwide. And so I'm excited for him to be able to come in here and talk about his journey and for us to be able just to pick his brain as well. Let's see.
See if we can get him back. Is he on mute?
All right, is your phone muted? Can you hear us? Okay, we can hear you. Are you on your phone? I don't know. We can't hear you. Is your volume up? No. So I want you to go out and come back in. He gonna go out and come back in. But I mean, and that's really what it is. You have to be able to market yourself. You got to be marketable, and not even that. You got to have that grind. That grind and that passion is what draws people into you.
Right.
And so I'm excited because he's famous for his role in episodes of Beef 3, the movie. Like, so he's more than just an artist. He's an overall entertainer. And so I'm excited about that. All right, now we cooking like Crisco. Now, how you doing?
Can we hear you now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
What's up, ladies? What's up, ladies? What's up?
We just been hyping you up for a minute, but we want you to tell everybody about your journey, because your journey has not just been the journey of most.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. My name is the Blck Capone. My real name is King Islam. I'm the notorious underboss boss over at Clover G Empire, 1-800 Starving Artists, Stoner Gang Radio, Stoner Gang City, Flatland. Affiliated company is Loose Cannon. I got a lot of hats. Black Candy Empire is where we at right now, ladies. I figure since y'all ladies are the hosts, I figure I'll come and get y'all some swimsuits and pick out y'all some swimsuits and send y'all some swimsuits from out of my clothing store in my clothing line, Black Candy.
But you know what? Just by you saying that, we always, especially here on the show, we always talk about 7 streams of income. Nothing you do, just that one vision to be where your income comes from. You have to have multiple streams in order just to exist and keep going.
Right.
Now, when you started going, we always talk about a go moment. And a go moment is when thought and execution come together. A lot of times we're really mindful about how we pour into other people, but when it comes to ourselves, we tend to be lukewarm. Right. And then that causes us to draw in lukewarm people because our energy and our vibe with ourselves is not balanced out. So what was your go moment like?
My go moment is is when I first, school didn't teach me how to read and write correctly. The first time I met a female, I got kicked out of class, and they sent me to the study hall. And I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I found my go moment in study hall. It was a female in there by the name of Latifa. Earth Latifa was her name. And she'd be like, yo, you handsome as I don't know what, but you always wilding out. You always doing all this extra stuff. You always doing this extra stuff. Have you ever just sat down and studied? I'm like, study, man. I'm in school now. I study too much. She said no, and she gave me some literature to read. And the literature opened up my third eye. And when my third eye became open, I started learning I started learning the difference between water, land. I understood 139,685,000 square miles was water. 57,255,000 square miles of land. The total area in square miles of the planet Earth is 196,940,000 square miles. So then she taught me that sound travels at 1,120 feet per second. The Earth travels around the sun at approximately 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour. She taught me it's 24,896 miles in the circumference of the planet. She started teaching me so many different things. I'm like, man, we didn't learn this stuff in school. I started getting put in study hall purposely. Just to learn from
the people that's there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, here I am in class. These dudes can't teach me nothing. Sent me to study hall. She got all the answers in study hall. So she became one of my enlighteners. So that was my goal moment when I first learned how to read and write as a juvenile adult. Because when I was in school, I had good grades, but there was nothing other than when she taught me that I became an A student. And then I went on to go to college. And then I went on to get my higher educational learning. But I only blame it on her and two other teachers that taught us went the extra mile. She's in study hall with me. She's in study hall because she's too smart for the teachers. So when they got an answer, Latifah was answering it. When they got the question, Latifah, they need a solution. We all looking at Latifah. I'm serious.
But you know what? I'm glad that you said that, because really, as women, that is our job. If you as a man have a wood table, our job really is to take that wood table and make it a glass table. If you got a glass table, we got to make it granite or marble. Our job is to uplift you and bring you out of wherever you are. And so at a young age, for you to experience that and be able to acknowledge that is everything.
Man, I had a powerful grandmother and I had a powerful mother. And I had a powerful great-grandmother as my support cast. And they taught me this. So when I met Latifah, it was already ready for me, because when my mother and I learned at home, I learned about, Coretta Scott King. I learned about Winnie Mandela, how she stood strong from Nelson Mandela the whole time he was locked up in jail. And she really the reason why he wanted the president to be in apartheid.
That's right.
All right. Then you had Nefertiti. You had ISIS. You had one woman out of all slaves, Harriet Tubman, to go free people. You had one woman, Rosa Parks, to sit on the front of the bus to start us off with our Rainbow Coalition. You had Betty Shabazz, who took it from Malcolm X and started the University of Malcolm X's Shabazz for Malcolm X, Dr. Betty Shabazz. Then you had Medgar Evans' wife, who, when he passed away and got shot in front of his children in the yard, she came years and years later fighting.
She got her own university.
Locked up. She was the worst of scorn is a woman scorn, and the women from Nefertiti, ISIS, Cleopatra, she split Mark Antony and Julius Caesar.
Listen. Cleopatra is a whole nother level of female. Like, she is literally the definition of a boss, because. Yeah. Listen, he killed gangsters. He killed himself, and she ain't even kill her. And listen, they both were supposed to die. She's like, no, not today.
Nah. You do this for us, though. Take one for the team, though, baby. You can do this.
Cleopatra wasn't no joke. She wasn't no joke at all. But you're right about that. About that.
Man, you got more people that I'm saying this, like Soldier Slim. You got the Sister Soldier. You got the sister that started Jamaica. You got the sister that helped start the Renegades in Brazil. They got statues of these ladies. You know what I'm saying? You got sisters that who came to the situation. The first black millionaire woman was way long before it was Oprah.
Madam C.J. Walker,
who did their hair with the hair.
Madam C.J. Walker.
She had more just much money as Oprah. The girls, like I'm saying, it's just like you just don't understand that. Like it's an empire of us that we don't understand, and this because I do gangster music, I don't want no one to ever think like, no, gangster music is because you got to come to the people as the people in order to solve the people. Now, see, when I come to people with the gangster music, once I got them, like I got y'all, now you're looking at me like,
what else do you know? Right, what else do you know? That's right, though. That's right, though.
Hold on, he got to turn this way for a second, because there's two sides of Al Capone. It's the gangster rapper Al Capone, but it's also the political Al Capone that understands that knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and happiness. And I also understand how to understand the whole alphabets to break down. I understand the Monopoly game that was Harriet Tubman's life. Like, they put a life. of Harriet Tubman's life on a Monopoly board, literally, and then gave it to us. If you go to Monopoly right now, God bless the dead, Toys R Us, they done took them out. You know what I mean?
They coming back. They coming back. They coming back.
They took Toys R Us out for the kids. There ain't no more giraffe or nothing. No Jeffrey or nothing.
No. They coming back.
I hope
Toys R Us
so.
is coming back.
I hope so, because I plan on having more fruit in order to yield the seed. So, but my point is that you got the Monopoly board. It escapes from the south, and then you go to the north.
Yeah.
The most important person on the Monopoly board is Park Place and Boardwalk. Harriet Tubman freed the slaves in Harlem, in Long Island, Staten Island. Her university, her school is in 127th Street in Harlem. So what's the most important place on the board? Boardwalk, Park Place. Now, once you got pasted Mixed Dixie line on that board, what happens? You get to go, once you got all you cross and you got the cars, you get to receive $200, 20 acres and a mule. That's why you're able to put the houses and the hotels on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because once you got past the Mixed Dixie line as a slave, you was able to get you supposed to say, thank you, slave master. Now can I get my money? Can I get that bag? You owe me 20 acres of your land because I beat you in the game. You owe me a mule and you owe me $200 to till my ground.
Break it down.
This is facts.
Break it down.
That's what's so important about Spike Lee, because he told you this 100 years ago. But we didn't pay attention to it because we were so caught up in the crack era at the time. So, and then we had to deal with the crackheads, the dope fiend era, and then we had to deal with their children. Because those were the children that were denied the food stamps. Like the mama got the food stamps, but then she went and sold them. So therefore, those were the food stamp babies, the hungry ones. That's why they came out so bang against each other. It's because you got to remember what they was putting inside the pot. Their parents was using drugs on both sides of the coin. Daddy and mommy was both flipping who gonna go to jail this time. And at the same time, mommy or whoever daddy's left out there with the food stamps money, and whoever can't get, you can't get us the grandma house, big mama house. If big mama don't save us, then the food stamps is going to the crackhead, to the dope man. And then once the dope man got him, he's worrying about his children and uplift them of his children. So you're not worried about the children when they don't understand that it takes a nation that goes into the village and feeds everyone.
You're right.
So therefore, that's why we have the Monopoly board. It's in a square. When you look from the airport in the sky, everything down to the ground is a square. When you look on the ground. So then you have the squares on that board. So once you got past the Mason-Dixie line, they owed you 20 acres, a mule, and $200. On the board, they owe you $200 in your freedom. If you got caught going past the Mason-Dixie line as a slave, they checked out your tattoo, your brand, what would you brand it with? They looked at the book of the deed book and see who you belong to according to your deed until they to your label. You know what I mean? Then they called him on the wire. We got your boy over here. What you want to do? We can execute him now, cut his testicles off, we can kill him, or we can send him home.
Well, and it go deeper than that, because even if they were free slaves, because we did have freemen. Even if they were freemen, if they were caught in the South, they were now slaves.
Anybody, it was open hand. If you look black, I'm saying, if you look black closer than even you look Indian, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring them on. We gonna get money for you. They had head for you. That's why we have Juneteenth Day. That's why we have Black Friday. Black Friday was the day that they gave a discount on niggas at the auction.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, look at your history. Black Friday is the day that they gave up niggas at the auction for a cheaper price.
Teach.
That's right. You better teach them.
But after the Monopoly board, you got the ship that bought the slave.
Yeah.
You got the dog who chased the slave through the woods. You got the man on horseback who chased the dog who chased the slave through the wood. You got the meat wagon cart that brought the slave back. You got the wheelbarrow, which was the first invention that the slave did when they came off the ship. They had to build something to help them fucking work, so they built this up the wheelbarrow. It was the first business that the Caucasian man got patent off the fucking slave.
You got the iron.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So then you have the hat, which was Uncle Tom's hat that he sat on the porch with. He's no different from, and not saying that he was a bad man, because he it's not his fault. He put us, like, we put them in that position because, keep in mind, Caucasian people didn't start slavery. Black people did. They just exercised it to a hierarchy of the game that we was playing.
Absolutely. Now,
Zulu, all of them had slaves, but the only difference is the torturement and the treatment of the way they did their slaves is something different. See, they even had slaves that you was a slave during the day, you worked and you went home back to your own village because there's too many of y'all motherfuckers that cloud our village. So it was always slaves.
Well, and it was a different type of slavery.
Yeah,
because it was more like we conquered you, and now my king conquered your king, and so now your people belong to us. Type
you go to your
situation.
village, and your people now. That's how Saka Zulu got large. Now your village belong to mine, and now when I call you over here and say we ready to fight, we fight. When I ask you we need her food, make sure you got some food coming to us. All the above, just like don't you understand? King James was a black man who exercised the writing of our Bible.
King James was Scottish.
No, he's a black man. King James, his wife, their children, black. Facts. If you think I'm lying, go check your facts report right now. Go on Google on one of your other phones and say on YouTube and say King James being a black man on YouTube. And watch the report to pull up. See, you can't see right now. They can't lie because all the open situations that everybody that thought, like when I was studying this information, we knew this information coming up as kids. They said we was crazy.
Right.
We was crazy. But nowadays you can't say a person is crazy because you can go to facts checks. And now it's just like this is history that's always been out there. This is why if you ever look at the Jetsons, we always had flip phones.
That's right.
iPhones on the Jetsons. We had the little scooters that we riding right now. We had them on the Jetsons. Taking pills to make you feel for food, right? That we doing right now. Mini meals. They come out the machines. We had that on the Jetsons. We had that on
That's right.
We had that
Lost
on
in space. That's right.
So this is not new, sis. That what we're going through. So you got to understand. You got to always renew your history. That's why the body rejuvenates every 7 years. They do not want you to go lay out in the sand and go lay in there and halfway naked and get into front of the sun. And guess what? All the sickness will come out of you. They don't want you to go lay in the grass no more. What would you? You cutting down the Brazilian rainforest. You cutting down every rainforest it is, and you don't think that we're not gonna cough?
Right.
When the pussy willow tree, which is the basic form for aspirin, Tylenol, any of that stuff, is missing now. So I don't know. Y'all can ask me any questions y'all want to because I'm gonna teach you about us.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
My music.
So now in your music.
And my music, you're gonna learn about the streets. If you're talking to me as an individual, you're gonna learn about the life beyond the streets and how to solve the problems. I'm 1-800 Starving Artist. I'm also Stone Gang Radio. I'm also the War Report. On the War Report, we're gonna give you 30 minutes of problems. And we're going to give you 30 minutes of the solutions, how to solve those problems.
All right. So you have your rap where you teach about the street and you talk about the streets. So do you have songs where you evolve around in your music and become more conscious?
I got conscious songs, and I used to be a real conscious artist until I went to see the Too Short concert. He was on Jive in the concert with BBP with Chris and Too Short got up there and said bitch, excuse my language ladies, but he said B word 100,000 times and all the girls were screaming taking off their clothes.
I'm from the Bay. I
was jamming with Too Short. He was jamming. 15 minutes KRS-One came on next. Start rapping. Only one song that they listened to that they went into it, and he was more famous than Too Short was at the time. He got my Uzi weighs a ton by Public Enemy. Well, by any means necessary was by BDP. So when he did his stuff, it's like no one was there. It was like we were sitting around talking. We started smoking weed. I'm looking at this stuff like, man. And then you start looking at the money of the Millionaire Club. It's like, how many conscious rappers is in the Millionaire Club? How many conscious rappers is actually struggling to pay their bills?
Right. You're right.
If I don't talk about some crazy shit, and if I don't, excuse my language, if I don't talk about some crazy stuff and I don't be crazy, I'm not gonna sell no albums, or I'm not gonna have no attention to me. So this is why I had to come to the people as the people. Even though my name is King Islam, I had to come to the people as an idiot. Al Capone is an idiot. This is
Now I got a question. Well, I got a question for you now. So you have the ability, you have a platform, you have a powerful platform, you have a pen, you write, not just rap, but you write as well. So what does that platform mean to you? Because you've taken it and you've shown all shades of yourself.
I think it is that my platform is for from yes for yes. Youth plus education equals success. My platform is for the help the brothers that's in prison, don't got to help. I hope my platform is to help the shorties out here on the streets that they ain't got away. My platform is the reason why I went to school to be for juvenile counseling is because my platform is to not just rap. I got a book coming out. The book got a movie coming out to it. The movie got a soundtrack coming out to it. Like you were saying to the other person that was online. I heard everything. I got Gangsta Novelties. Gangsta Novelties is a whole 1 through 26 issues of different issues. And if you go look online right now and pull up your facts check, you'll see that I have a Black Al Capone Lost Souls. One of my documentaries out there is for the homeless people. Like I have documentaries out there for the homeless people. So I'm like, it kills me that I wish I had that money that everybody think that I have, because if I did, I would own supermarkets. I would own the farmland, take the food to the supermarket, and the supermarket will be for free. You know what I mean? We don't supposed to pay for information. We the poor righteous teachers. Information is supposed to be for us for free, but it's a fee. It's a fee to go to school. It's a fee that you got to buy your child papers and pens, and you got to even buy the whole class, the gas masks and napkins now for your child to go to elementary school. So it's like is your child never went to school for free, from kindergarten, from daycare. It's always been a fee to teach your child. And it's an even stronger fee for you to keep your child home, because that's called homeschooling. That means that you got to be smart yourself.
That's right. And you have to be present.
And then the selfishness is, do you take and send your child to school for something that you didn't go to school for? And even when you went to school, are you living in the degree that you went to school for?
That's deep. And not everybody.
So knowing now, I don't went to school for 7-8 years and I'm not a lawyer. Do you send your child to go to school to be a lawyer? Or do you teach your child law when it's 1 and 2 years old, and then you build your lawyer then? Instead of giving them coloring books, you give them law books to color. If you want your daughter to be a doctor, you give them books to color. Right. You give them all the instruments in the book to color.
That's right.
Then we start changing the situation around of the situation that we don't have to go to school, because school is now inside the house from birth.
And school is inside you.
This is why my children are so educated and so smart. My children are super smart. They're so smart that they can't get away with nothing doing wrong to me. With me, I'm like, you too smart for all that. No, I'm looking for game as it come. I'm like, hold on, here it come. Come on, because they're smart. They're smart. So I got shit flying all past my head. I'm like, my grandchildren need this. Hold on. Let's think about it for a minute. What exactly do my grandchild need? And is my grandchild getting it, or is it going to you? Let's think about it for a minute. Because when our children are smart, they know exactly what to say to you, how to say it to you, and how to maneuver exactly what they want. Especially daughters. Right. I got girls.
Oh yeah.
I got two. And
it's funny.
College.
It's funny because as women, we never think of, and men too, until you are a parent, you never think of your toxic ways until you have a child of the opposite sex. When a girl has her first son, she like, listen, let me tell you, when the man has his daughter, he like, let me show you how to change your oil. Let me show you how to change your tire. Don't ask nobody for nothing. If you need some money, call me first.
Call me. Yep. My daughter in St. Thomas right now, she just got finished calling me until I got the phone, because I'm preparing for y'all and for y'all set. And she in St. Thomas right now, living it up. I'm like, yeah, come on. She's like, well, I had a problem with the plane. And the plane was messed up. They canceled. So I couldn't get to the second island. Second island, the boat cost $300. The rental car cost us the hotel cost us $1,000 for 3 days.
And you like, listen, just tell me a total of what you need.
I'm still on FaceTime, like, come on, give it to me. So I was like, so even though you missed the boat and they comped you for the other island, you're not going to get to the other island. You're not going to catch the boat, right? I said, okay. So they referred you the money for the boat? Okay. So the hotel, you missed a half a day, but they're going to switch it from island to island. And that's the same. How much when the other hotel's going to cost you? $1,000. How much this hotel going to cost you? $1,000. I said, okay. I said, and the rental car, why would you need a rental car in St. Thomas when everything is so close together and smug? Like, where you going to park it at? Like, y'all got to be worried about if it got broken into. You could really just take the money and spend a couple of hours, $20 on Uber and go back and forth the way you got to go around St. Thomas than it is needing a rental car. Don't you think? Because you're not going to be in a rental car. You're going to either be having sex in a hotel room or you're going to be out there on the beach. You're going to be doing things like that, right? Yeah. I'm saying, so you win on the rental car when I get in the rental car. She's like, her and her man was like, yeah, you're right. I said, so this call is for what now again? Because it seems like y'all up. I said, give a round of applause for them being up. The hotel only cost you the same thing. You ain't got to pay for the boat. That was $350. That's in your pocket. You ain't pay for the rental car. That's $350. That's in your pocket. I said, y'all $700 up. Can y'all cash at me $100? So I asked them before they asked me. But it don't work.
Of course not. That's your baby girl.
Girls, I still ask them, send that, y'all 700 up before you even say anything out your mouth to your daddy. Y'all 700. Y'all 700 up now. I can count.
It don't matter. She could be 700 up. You still go, what you need me to send you? Okay, I'm sending you.
Y'all. That's how I went down.
I'm still going to send you whatever it is that you need.
I'm sending the money over to Cash App right now for whatever. Yeah, I know. I had to pay for her half a day missing in St. Thomas. You missed a half a day, and I'll put it on the notes too. I'll show it to you. This is for your half a day that you missed. It cost me X amount of dollars.
It don't matter.
Your own planes.
I mean, it don't matter because what it is as girls, we say, let me call my daddy.
Yep. Yep.
And if you there with your man, he should really feel bad that she gonna lean on her dad before she lean on you. But that's a whole other story.
We had this dad because all my daughters, all the way down to my 18-year-old, have diamonds on their hand. Diamonds. I'm an Aries. Diamonds is my birthstone. I love diamonds.
Mine too.
One of my daughters got 2 or 3 diamond rings on their hand that they look like it came out of the bubblegum machine. So when they go, and my daughter's grown, and she works for my daughter is the host at Washington D.C.'s radio station. So that's who's in St. Thomas. She's my oldest daughter. Mm-hmm. So but my thing is this: whatever dude try to marry my daughter, he look at her already like she never lived in the projects, bro. She's been rocking diamonds all through junior high school, her whole life in college. She's been having diamonds. She hops out of foreign cars. Before she got her own car, she drives a foreign car now. Not so have to be, but that's just the way it is. And her daddy always provided for her, make sure she never had to go to the bullshit. So whatever you do, the margin is already stop high when it comes down.
That's right.
Because my daughter knows how she's conscious already, like conscious of everything I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
My children know this already. They've been drilled 100 times, and her friends might like, yo, your daddy's crazy, yo. I don't know the stuff he on, man. He's like spiritual crazy, some stuff. I've heard that coming up as kids. As like, then when they get older, those same kids be like, you know what, Mr. King, all that stuff you used to talk about is true.
They see it.
Now I wouldn't go to the flip side because when you rapping, your rap is so different from the core of who you are. What do you do when you have when you got to create that music?
It's easy. I got 12 bullet wounds in my body. My mother was part of the Black movement, and that's why my name is named like that. I'm a triplet, so I was fighting in the womb from gate about eating and how to get out and have my own set of clothes. I got a knife cut across my throat where they kidnapped me before and cut me across my throat. I got a bullet wound here, bullet wound here, bullet wound here, bullet wound here in my spine, bullet wound here, shot on my head, shot on my leg right here, shot down here by my groin. So and the cops kidnapped me and persecuted me multiple times for food drives, clothes drives, all kinds of other different crazy stuff that I involved myself with. So you got to imagine if I was just all politically conscious, I would be already dead in jail as smart as I am.
Absolutely. So how did you connect with Flip? What was that process like for you?
I own stores and I own a record store out in Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out to my family, my business in Little Rock. I own record stores in Little Rock, Arkansas. Shit, he was just making mixtapes, and he was a hot little mixtape dude. And there was a few, but he was the hottest. And I brought him over there. I booked him for a show. Brought him over there like 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I tied up his whole time. I bought him all my sales books for my store. Showed him how I'm selling this product. Asked him, could he give me a product for a cheaper price? And could I buy it from the label correctly when he drops a mixtape instead of me trying to buy it from South by Southwest or someplace else? And then I sit up there and they play video games and stuff like that. While they play video games, it was me, him, Lil Ron, Young Red, and we all hung out.
Just kind of vibed out.
The whole day, because I had him the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed up there at the hotel, blowing him and had everything the whole day, having fun. And then getting to know each other, and we rapping and freestyling. He's like, yeah, you rap, this, and the whole life like that. And then the thing about it, then he we did the show that night. Then he left, and then the next time he see me again, it was a red carpet affair in California. I had me and 2 girls walking down the red carpet in California. And then next time he see me was at the at a movie premiere, and I got good seats like better. Hey, Flip, what up? You know what I mean? Come on down here with me. I'm in the front. So he's like, man, this nigga's everywhere we at. Like, you know, he's making powerful moves, and we don't have a team, and I, you know what I mean? Woo. So then we connected, and I came over there when he was Sucker Free, and then I started off as his cameraman because I used to be able to I played with the cameras in the videos and stuff. And he's like, let's go 50% on the camera. And what you do is, I don't have a job for you, but what we can create a job for you. We get a camera, you ride around here, and we just document our whole life. Like, we just document everything. I had watched that Muhammad Ali thing, and Muhammad Ali had a person that drove around with him with a camera, and I'm like, shit, I want to have my life documented like Muhammad Ali. So that's what we did. We went out and got us a Canon movie camera, and we just started documenting everything. We started doing it, and next thing you know, from the documentary, it's like, yo, get Capone, give somebody else to make sure you have somebody else to go run the camera. Yeah, because this case is us. So I have somebody else that can run the camera too. And next thing you know, from running the camera, he was like, yo, Capone, grab this microphone. You know all my lyrics.
Right.
Rap my hype man on stage. Because I was already an artist when I met him, and then I already had my own shows when I met him, because I have an artist by the name of E-Rule that's out on my label. And E-Rule is my oldest artist I've had, and I've made more money, just as much as money as I made with Flip, I made with E-Rule out of Los Angeles. And you look up his name, E-R-U-L-E, E-Rule. And look him up on YouTube. And E-Rule is one of the most powerful artists that all the artists, he's underrated. And like a lot, like Nas says, he's one of the powerful, hardest artists that he ever heard. But E-Rule, you know, we've been through 3 labels with E-Rule, and each label fucked him. Excuse my language. Each label messed him up, so we had to get out of his contract. So he just really said, "Forget it, I'm just gonna be independent for the rest of my life." So that's where we at with it now.
But I mean, but that's all right. That's all right. Independent and doing his thing.
So yeah, I used to hype man for E-Rule too, and rap for E-Rule, hype man. So when Flip was like, come grab the mic, it was like, yes, that's a dream come true. And then once I electrified the crowd, it was automatically like, hey, I know I'm in the top 10 hype men, in the top 5 hype men in the world. I have to be in history. When they lay down, I'm gonna take it to another level because I'm the underdog. Let's get to the business real quick. I'm the underdog.
Well, we can see that.
Means underboss means under everything. Under. It means underneath. You know what I mean? I'm the underboss. Okay. So me being the underboss, all this that you see, I built off of underboss money. Being smart and not investing just my money back into music, but investing my money and back into other things that can pay for the music when the music's not paying for itself.
Exactly.
Right.
2,
that's the business side.
2, I'm the underboss because why they don't have an award for hype men, or like why don't Spliff Star for Busta Rhymes win an award? When he's a hell of a rapper and he's a hell of a hype man, he has to be in order to rap. Busta Rhymes fast as Busta Rhymes rap. How the hell is that? Like Spliff Star got to be just as like, that's why he's my favorite hype man. He has to be just equivalent as Busta Rhymes is, or how would he catch his words? Think about it for 1 second when I said, how could not Split Bar be just as stronger in a lyrical manner as Busta Rhymes is if he's his hype man catching his words and he's rapping as fast as he does? That means Split do it too, right?
He has to be.
Yeah. Are you gonna catch his word? When Busta Rhymes catch the breath, that's Split Bar's word saying that's Split Bar filling in that word right there. So he got to be on point. I'm Lil Flip's hype man, so I have to know Lil Flip's words.
That's right.
To be able to do that.
Yeah, study him.
I run around more than Flip do. I'm more tired than Flip is.
Because you exert a lot of energy.
Yeah, I got to make the crowd get hype.
That's right.
I literally got to work out for my job. I go swimming. You got to. You have to. You will die out on the stage trying to catch his words and run around getting the crowd hype.
I think you
Flavor Flav.
I'm still thinking about Flavor Flav. Ultimate hype man.
I think you hype even when you standing still, Black Al Capone. I think you're hype even when you sleep, even when you're sleeping. You know, your hypeness is coming through, and we appreciate you.
But you know what? That's what you went. A lot of times we go through life and we don't embrace what our gifts are, and we see our gifts and we kind of put them to the wayside because it's like, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that. But in order to learn yourself and be able to ultimately control yourself and be the master of you, you have to embrace what your gifts are. If you got a gift to gab, if you can energize people, you have to take that and you have to turn that and add that to whatever your vision is to help you get where you want to go. And you do that very well. Now, you were also in a movie. How did the movie come about?
My movie?
How did the movie come about?
Hey, the movie is Gangsta Novelties. That's just novelties of my life. I've been. What I went to jail for was what the cops is doing to people nowadays. I went through something like that back in the day, but I was one of the ones who fought. So I did a lot of time in prison for fighting back. You know what I mean? By a crooked cop putting his hands on me. You know, so I don't disrespect cops because we have to have some authority on the planet Earth. I do understand we have some demons and some people that we can't really handle that need to be situation. But at the same time, I believe every man is equal. So therefore, whatever he does is act, he should be able to hold the same consequences as we do. So that's why. So now for my pain and my suffering is like, man, I've been through so much pain and suffering my whole life. It's so easy to make music about pain and suffering. My problem is I can't make happy music.
Why not?
Because I haven't found the lane to make the happy music. Happy music is kind of like I don't have music that can express my situation where it says, well, guess what? This song is for we're gonna go out here and we're gonna have fun and we're gonna jump around. That was kind of the closest I got to that. It was with Celebrate. And I gotta pay Flip homage for that because if Flip didn't set the tone for Celebrate, I would have never used Celebrate as the beat for Celebrate.
Gotcha.
I probably would have did something else with it. Like, but Flip set the tone on Celebrate. Like, I needed music for my album with DJ K Slay, and Flip was like, okay, this is the one right here for that album right here. I hear this on it, Celebrate. And then I went in the studio like, Celebrate? Man, hey, ho! The first thing I thought I heard was noise like, hey, you know what I mean? Even they celebrate, even though by nature it was like listen to their rhymes. It's like it was pain and suffering inside their rhymes. So it's like I'm a fan of Tupac. I'm a fan of Mac Dre, Soulja Slim. I'm a fan of Coogee Rap. I'm a fan of Just Ice. I'm a fan of Just Ice, the rapper Just Ice. They don't probably even know nothing about him. You know, I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of people who ain't on Billboard no more. Like why isn't gangster rap music on Billboard? How do you take a whole
genre?
That's the word I'm looking for. Thumbs up to you. How to take the genre out of the billboard and say, I'm gonna replace it with trap music. And then trap music, like like 6ix9ine. Look at this shit. He make trap
Oh
music.
God, he a
He
whole
the
clown.
police.
Stop it.
Everybody like I said, there's so much situation going into it. Like I don't want to down trap music because I don't want to never take bread out of nobody's mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's why I made the song I'm a Liar. Because everybody's a liar. You listen to all these rappers, they lie. I lie in music. What the fuck? I ain't out there. I can kill 17 people. But in my music, I will kill 17 people if you mess with me. That's my way of expression.
Absolutely.
I ain't smacking no children. But if your child smack my child, I smack your child. It may come out in the rhyme of my song. I ain't about to smack your child. Pull your child up for a minute and teach him knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, refinement, equality, God, build, destroy, born, cipher. I'm going to teach that child that before I go put my hands on your child. You going to be mad because I didn't taught your child some educational shit. Your child come back questioning your education. But smack your child, no. But in my music, I've smacked children. Yeah.
So I got a question for you, though. If you had the power and the ability to change anything in the industry, because you've been in the industry for so long, you know the business side, you know the side of being an artist, what would you change if you had the power?
I got that one already before you even finished your statement. Before you finished the statement, I was like, okay, this one is easy. You got to hit me with a harder one than that one. I would change that every artist will get paid instead of becoming a slave in industry. No matter whether it's every artist will understand that one contract that they sign, not even the contract they sign with let's say something like Disco Kid, Distro Kid, CD Baby.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got you one better than you. Have you ever read what really the contract is on your cell phone? When you go get a new phone, they give you a new phone, they take out the box, they hand it to you. It's a contract that comes with that phone. Do you read it? Do you read the contract?
Not everybody.
You sign at the
not everybody don't read it. No.
Do you read the contract you sign when you go to the hotel?
Everybody don't do that. No.
Want me to tell you why we don't read it? Because we didn't read the contract that our parents signed in capital letters when they made us commerce of the states of the United States and made us officially our babies a slave. So the first mistake we did is that we didn't read that we should never sign the birth certificate in a social security card. Because when you signed it in a capital letter, now it becomes a bond, a deed. So now you signed your child over. But they don't teach you that. That's what I'm here for.
Well, you have taught us a lot tonight, and I think this night can go on and on if we let it. So we're going to call our class we're going to ring the bell.
And I can't ring the bell yet, Ms. Dean.
I got one more question because you said the other question was really. I got one more question. Yeah, you said it was easy. So knowing what needs to be changed, what would you implement in the industry to make those changes happen?
I would first of all, I would fire the lawyer talking to the record company without me shit. Because they always making sidebar deals for themselves.
Well, the lawyer worked for the record company anyway.
No, he's supposed to work for the artist. Well, the artist
he's supposed to.
Artists and record company don't supposed to be the same. But see, lawyers are fans of the business. So therefore, they get to talk to the big wigs longer than you do. So they move us around like hostages. Like, we get rid of him, we bring him up. We bring him up, we make him a star. We don't make him a star, we make him a star. We give him a feature, we don't give him a feature. So what I would change in the situation, I would change the means of what. Well, really, you don't have to change it because it's already changed. Like before, all the independents was rich and making money, and then they got rid of the independents. All the independent labels really got shuffled somewhere. And independent artists, like you had many artists who struck millions. From Trick Daddy, them struck millions. From Sir Mix-a-Lot, them struck millions. From Sir Luke struck millions. From Master P to Russell Simmons.
Well, you got them still making money. You got them still making money, but they, everything is about evolution. They've evolved And you have some that are still independent making money, but they can do other things.
Well, independent is the key now. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Before, Russell Simmons and all these people I was naming was independent. Then the major labels shuffled them, and everybody had to sign over. They major independents went to major labels and signed major label deals, and that's now it became the major label who won. Now, if you think about it, because of the internet and y'all, we got to applaud y'all, because of y'all, we can be independent and sell our music again, and now market it how I'm marketing it right now, you know, and be independent again. So that means now our children receive the bigger money of it off of our art. Because now we don't have to ship the record up and down the highway in a car. It's push the button. Now you got my clean and my dirty version. Now we don't have to go up and down the highway. But even you can even have shows in your you can have shows in your city and show it and put on a show in Africa, Australia, everything.
That's right.
And stream it live right here from a studio right here in so I don't have to go nowhere even do my show. See, and they don't control none of this. The label didn't get in contact with you. My label through AJ got in contact with you. That's my AJ. My label hired a publicist, an independent publicist. My publicist got in contact with you.
That's right.
But I'm signed Empire in GT distribution. You see what I'm saying to you? As an independent though. So I still control all my masters. That's what's so great about it. Like all these children, the babies, they got their masters.
That's
the masters is, I heard it through the grapevine when it goes to the commercial. They get paid from their grandkids get paid. Because who controls the masters. When we was doing it before, we didn't own our masters.
Well, it sounds like it's a lot of levels. Well, it sounds like it's a lot of levels to make these changes. So, you know, and it's not going to happen overnight. So we thank you for planting those seeds. But
because it's needed. It's needed. You got to plant the seeds for the things for the harvest to happen. And we appreciate not just you, but the artists that are like you that are all planting those seeds to help other artists learn and thank you.
Y'all the unsung heroes. I won't be alive right now if it wasn't for y'all. That's why we have to play the Capone speed game before we go up the line. We're gonna have to play the speed game. Now, each one of y'all got to answer these questions as fast as possible. But if it's the same answer, there's no answer that's wrong. All right. What's your favorite colors?
Purple.
Black.
Purple and black. Y'all took a long time to think about it. Your favorite number?
I didn't. I said mine instantly. 11.
Favorite number?
3. I think it's a delay.
If you had to move someplace and travel around the world and live and still stay and still be able to come home and have your house at home, but have another house in another country, what would it be?
Aruba.
Belize.
Aruba's cute. The Belize. What's your favorite foods?
Fruit.
Everything.
It's gotta be good. If it's good, we'll eat it. If it's not good, we're not gonna eat it.
Y'all eat pork?
Sometimes.
Do y'all eat pork?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Okay. So listen. Okay, we'll work on it. So listen. So who's your favorite R&B artist?
I'm old school.
All that old school.
Luther Vandross. I like Freddie Jackson. If you want to bring it forward, I like Monica. I like Brandy. I like Sierra.
I like Luther. You know, all those old school R&B jams. So there's so many.
So who's your favorite rap artist?
I don't have a favorite.
Of all time.
I don't have a favorite
I
rapper.
don't really have a favorite rap artist. I love
Y'all
my
got
brother,
that?
you know, so I support him. I don't really have a favorite rap artist. I like different kind of music. So different kind of rappers kind of do something different depending on what I'm
Shout your
listening
brother
to.
out right now.
My brother, Boss One.
Shout your brother out right now.
I just
Yeah, shout him
did.
out.
Boss One.
Boss One, shout out to Boss One. Tell him to get in contact with me so we can do a song with each other.
All right. He in the Bay.
No, I said tell him to get in contact with me so we can do a song with each other.
All right. I said he in the Bay. I'll tell
Off
him.
the strength of you. Me and Boss One gonna get a song in.
All right.
The computer have us do music anywhere. So we're gonna end this conclusion on these next three things. Okay. Now these next three things. If you had to be a car or a tire, which one would y'all be?
You said a car or a tire? I want to be a car because they last longer than a tire.
If you had to be the car or the tire, which one would y'all be?
Oh, the car or the tire, which one would we be? Well, the car can't go nowhere without the tires.
Right.
That's like the head can't move without the neck. That's the benefit of being a woman.
Yeah,
We the
you as the
neck.
car.
We answered you. This is delay. I said I'll be the tire because the car can't go nowhere without tires.
Right.
Okay.
Just like your head can't move without your neck.
And what about you, Toni?
Same thing. You can't have one without the other. Can you hear us?
Oh,
there's a delay.
There's a delay.
Okay. All right. Off my neck. Okay. So are you the cup or the cup holder?
You mean the cup holder? You mean the handle?
Yeah.
Well, you can hold a cup without a handle, so I could be the cup.
No answers wrong.
I got
who you are.
I got a cup and I don't have no handle, so I'd rather be the cup because you can still hold a cup without a handle.
I mean the saucer.
Oh, you mean that you place the cup on the cup holder?
The saucer. No, I don't want to be the saucer because you can still do what you got to do with the cup. You don't need the saucer. It's not a necessity. It's a glass.
Did y'all get a chance to go? Did y'all get a chance to go? Did y'all get a chance to listen to Celebrate?
He didn't send me Celebrate. Yes, he did. I got it. It's an MP3. So what I have to do is I got to convert it to MP4 so I can download it. So on our next show, you'll hear it played on the show for 30 days. So you'll be able to hear it. Make sure you follow us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook so that you'll be able to see Let's Chat every time we pop up.
I am. And have y'all heard I'm a Liar?
We got I'm a Liar too.
And I'm a Liar. You want to ask me how I made that? Why did I make that? Right? That's one of your questions you want to ask me.
Didn't I ask you that already about your music? And you was talking about something else.
I guess that's the question you want to answer.
No.
Now you did tell us about Celebrate and why you did Celebrate. So go ahead.
I think the connection is bad.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Ask me the question. I can hear you.
So what went into you putting I'm a Liar together?
I think we lost him. You're frozen. Okay.
The first thing
Uh-oh.
I think it finally went out. You went off screen, Black, if you can hear us.
We want you to go out and come back in.
He was teaching tonight.
Yes, he was. Go out and come back in.
A lot of food for thought. A lot of teaching. I actually looked up the
King James. Now, and he was Black, so does that mean that
he was born in Scotland and he had Black, his father was Black, and it says his mother was a colored woman. Isn't that a Black woman?
Well, wait, so Mary Queen of Scots was Black? It must be two different King James. What's King James? They got King James the 5th and the 1st. I think King James the 1st was the King of Scotland, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
But yeah. But we know they let him mix it around. Uh-oh. So hopefully he can get back in.
Yeah, I didn't look at which number. He is King James the 6th. King James the 1st England was originally King James the 6th of Scotland. He was born to a Black father and a colored mother, both of royal blood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our history lesson, biblical lesson for the evening.
Absolutely. Is he back in?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh man.
I think he was just getting started.
I know.
You want to talk about he's the epitome of hype man.
But I love how he's able just to talk his talk. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he understands that in music, you know, I still have to have my mind, but in order for me to market myself, we talked about being marketable. Right. When we were talking to our previous guests, you got to be marketable. And it's important to be marketable. And he learned how to market himself and market his music to get where he wants to be.
All right. You're going to come wrap it up.
Oh, we can't hear you. What did you do? What did you do? Because we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Whatever you did, go back and come undo it.
He's on the West Coast.
He on the East Coast. I want to say he's in New Jersey. He sounds like he's from New Jersey.
Okay. Wasn't sure. Gonna try to come back in again.
Yeah, he gonna go out and come back in. Let's see. We're gonna give him a few more minutes. We'll give him a few more minutes.
Okay. It's been a great night. We had 2 fabulous guests prior to this. So it's been a nice night, a long night, but a nice night. So make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel to get caught up on the previous 2 interviews. I think
absolutely. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and iTunes, and as well as iHeartRadio. Okay, can you hear us now? No, we cannot hear you. I want you to go back and come back and do the same thing you did last time. We're going to give him a few more minutes to get it before we end the show. But definitely, I love when we have artists on, not even just artists, guests that come on and they're able to allow us to experience them more than just their mind and more than just their music, because it's very important. A lot of times when you don't have that voice, when your music has not gained legs on its own, your voice itself and your why for the things that you do That's what helps people draw people into your music or whatever your brand is. And he definitely has become the ultimate hype man, especially for himself, and which is very important.
And he knows his limitations, and he knows what he brings to the table. And it doesn't sound like there's many limitations because he knows what he knows, and it just didn't come by happenstance.
Absolutely.
So
we're gonna give him a few more minutes. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Spotify. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, iHeartRadio. Let's chat with Miss Toni and Lissha.
And also follow us on Clubhouse. That would be
Absolutely.
at Lissha and at Miss Toni. So follow us on Clubhouse.
We
because
do
everybody's can get on there now.
Yeah, everybody can get on Clubhouse, and we do our spotlight show on Clubhouse. We did our last show, The Essence of an Author's Pen. Everybody that writes, there's an essence to what they bring. Whether it's music, whether it's books, there's an essence. They always leave a stamp. They always leave a signature in everything that they do. And as readers, we learn to appreciate that.
Okay,
this is our last. Right?
Okay, yes.
You know what? You was about to get left behind. We was about to leave you behind.
That was
you was
hard.
gonna come back, and it was gonna be like, "Where'd they go?" We left.
That was hard.
We left.
I had to go download the app again.
Oh boy.
Well, we're glad you were able to get back. We're glad that you were able to get back. We want you to shout out all of your social media where everybody can get your music and any events you got coming up.
Shout out to my mother and my father. May they rest in peace. My mom's, because she said I'm gonna always be able to make it to the radio station one day, and here it is. It's all coming to like
fruition
to a head right now. Thank you for that word. Thank you. And then shout out to Little Flip and the Clover G's for helping me line myself up with the stars in order for me to become part of the atmosphere. And then shout out to Eru and King Born for being the first artists that I got a major record deal with and still be there with me to this day. Even me being an artist now more than I am the behind the scenes.
That's right.
Shout out to my unsung heroes like Lex for running Black Candy, and if she wasn't running my managers, if she wasn't running Black Candy, I couldn't be on tour as much as I am on the road. Shout out to the people who's running my club, and shout out to people like that. Now let's get to the business because I'm always got to give some love to the business. Shout out to Gator for my dogs, my bully company that we didn't get a chance to talk to tonight. I have a company that sells Michael Mini bullies, Cane Corsos, and Presa Canary dogs. So if anybody needs dogs, if anybody need dogs, holla at me in my DM. If anybody need fashion, clothes, shoes, eyelash, and I have my own eyelashes out. I have my own hair at blackcandy.houston on Instagram. I know I have like 9, 10, 11, 12 different Instagrams for Black Candy. That's because
you're in Houston.
But to get in contact with me and to follow up with me, you need to be at blackcandy.houston. If you need to holler at me on the website is www.blackcandyhouston.com. I'm from New York.
Okay. All right. All right. I thought you were in New Jersey.
So holler at me at blackalcapone.713. If you need to holler at me on the website is Clover G Empire Yeah, I graduated high school in New Jersey.
Okay, I hear it.
Empire .com. And he got a new song that we dropping on the video called Flight Risk. Y'all stay tuned for D-Range Cloverland Hitman. Is my Texas artist. Cloverland Hitman. We got a video and a song coming out, Betty Won't Do It. And stay tuned for that. Shout out to my artists from Austin, Texas, the Royal Family. We got a song coming out and a video coming out called Big Mo. Today is a grand, glorious day because me and Big Pokey dropped our single today. So it's, our single is out right now. You can go to every Amazon, you can go to Tidal, Google Music, Apple Music, iTunes, Thriller, Diesel. You can go TikTok, anywhere and go grab my music. So there's no excuses for you not keeping gangster music alive. You got to imagine though, for 99 cents and for $1.29, you're keeping me out of your house. You're keeping me and anybody like me from robbing you, taking your shit, or selling drugs, or going back to a penitentiary. How? Because all I'm asking you for is 99 cents or $1.39 to learn something. You know what I mean? So if you cater to your local gangster, and pay that 99 cent, $1.29 gangster fee, then you will keep the same.
Not the gangster fee.
No extra violent or anything. And I'm not asking y'all for $100 or $1,000. I'm just saying 99 cents. Folks, go scream me.
Okay, folks. Okay, folks, please.
So take that gangster fee and go get I'm a Liar. It dropped on July 20th, so it's out right now and it's doing real good. I was on number three on the Spotify chart. Go get Little Flip's album, Leprechaun 2. I got a song on there, track 9. It's called The Underboss and the Boss.
Okay.
Starring and then go get Celebrate. That's off of DJ K Slay's album coming out. I have 4 albums coming out on one time.
That's good though.
I am the first.
That's that grind.
Civilized being to drop 4 albums in one day. I think I should be spoke about all around the world because I'm dropping 4 complete albums in one day. They come with videos. It comes with a book. It comes with a movie. It comes with the whole 9. I understand. But you know, I'm into making history, and being on y'all radio station tonight is history. So I want to give y'all part of history so y'all can become a part of the history. So y'all can be like, you know what? He aired this over here with us first. He gave us the first music first. Y'all got to be first. It's called innovators. Y'all the innovators. Y'all the creators of the world. I already told you how I believe in the woman so much that I can tell you so many women that was first.
Well, we learned that lesson tonight, and we thank you for it. So
y'all need to network with me because I have more than 1 foot on the banana peel and other foot in the graveyard.
What about this?
Can you hear us?
Yeah. This clover means a lot. See, in the middle of it says G. The G stands for God. The G stands for God. Yeah, I can hear it. The children been lying since day one. Our parents lied. The judge lied. The pastor lied. Everybody lied. As soon as you wake up as a little kid, the first thing they do is they lie. Did you pee yourself?
Well, we're not lying. We so appreciate you coming to kick it with us here in the chat room. We are not lying. You are welcome back anytime. Even anytime there's anything in your spirit that you want to talk about, just hit us up. We're excited about all 4 of your albums coming out.
Cookies all around your mouth.
It must be a delay.
What did he say?
I love it. Yes.
Anytime we appreciate you.
Yes. Anytime you need to get in contact with me, you need to know some shit about and just talk to me. Talk to me.
We will. We will. So we thank you, Mr. Capone.
You know? Now, was that a lie?
No, that was not.
You enjoy the rest of your evening as well as your weekend.
Capone, AKA Huh?
We appreciate
I hope y'all have me
you.
back.
You are welcome back anytime.
Have my children back.
We're gonna have you back.
Tell AJ to bring me back. Huh?
He will.
Say it again.
Yeah, have a great night.
You gonna bring me back?
Yes, he
Thank
will.
you. So I salute you two queens.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Y'all the queens.
We try.
I appreciate y'all. It's a blessing.
Thank you.
You are so very welcome.
That was very enlightening.
We so appreciate you guys coming to kick with us here in the chat room. We will see you guys again. And make sure you're following us.
Absolutely.
We out.
We out. Enjoy. Good night.